If you are an engineering fresher or going to be an engineer or want to become an engineer, then this video is for you. So stick to this video because we're gonna discuss so many important things in this. My name is Saurav Vasnik. I'm a founder of Stapfo Associates and I welcome you to our channel. In this video, we're gonna discuss one of the biggest problem in India, that is unemployment, and also going to find out are Indian engineers really in the problem? So with this intro, let's get started. In the last few years, lots of articles have been written on engineers and unemployment, and everyone says similar things. As in this first article posted on Business Today and updated on March 25, 2019, it says that the annual employability survey in 2019 reported by Aspiring Minds reveals that 80% of Indian engineers are not fit for any job in the knowledge economy, and only 2.5 of them possess tech skills in the artificial intelligence that industry requires. And in second one, that is the posted on India Today and updated on September 2019, it says that a New Delhi based employment solution company, Aspiring Minds, conducted an employability focused study based on 150,000 engineering students and found barely 7% suitable for core engineering jobs. And the final one claims that 94% of engineering graduates are not fit for hiring, say this IT stalwart. A McKinsey report had flagged the issue more than a decade ago when it said just a quarter of engineers in India were actually employable. So the numbers revealed in these articles are shocking and these things need to be worried about. So all of you engineering students who are watching this video need to think about themselves one more time. Now maybe some of you are not agreed with this number as I was also not. So to know the truth, I decided to find out each year employability percentage of engineering from AICTE official website. So let's see what I got from there. So this is the engineering and technology data from 2012 to 19, consisting of number of engineering institutions, their overall intake, number of students passed in that year, and number of students got placement. Now starting from 2012 and 13, we had 6,099 engineering institutions that year, with an overall intake of 26,99,617, out of which only 10,73,852 students got passed as an engineer. And finally, 4,12,874 got placement, which shows 38.44% placement record. Initially, all numbers are looking very nice and fair, but as we go further, you will start seeing what's the issue is. So next year, that is 2013 and 14, we got an increase in the number of institutions up to 6,218 and an increase in intake. So this year, 11,90,340 students got passed as an engineer, from which 4,55,598 got placement, showing 38.27% placement record, slightly decreased from last year. In the next year, that is 2014 and 15, again we got an increment in the number of institutions, up to 6,386, and also in overall intake, and just a 2% hike in the placement percentage from last year. And as the story continues from 2015 to 17, you can see the constant raise in the number of institutions and overall intake, but not so good raise in the percentage of placement. Now you might be noticed what the problem is. Yes, the increase in the number of institutions is one of the biggest reason responsible for diminishing the quality of engineers. Now let's see what further data says. In 2017 and 18, we got a little bit drop in number of institutions, not huge, but very little. And we can see that this year we got a nice hike in placement record, up to 4.67% from last year. And again in a very recent year, that is 2018 and 19, we repeat a little bit drop in number of institutions, and finally we reach 6,276 engineering institutions with an overall intake of 2.7 million, and with an average of past student from last 7 years, that is 12,54,102, showing approximately 48% placement record for that year. Now from this data we can say that increase in the number of institutions will decrease the quality of engineers and education system. As we have seen in the last 2 years from 2017 to 19, drop in the number of institutions result in the good increment of placement. Though there are lots of other factors affecting the placement percentage, but we can consider an increase in the number of institutions is a primary one to affect. So yeah, congratulate, you have a good placement record of engineering in India. But hold on, if you're having a good placement percentage and good placement record, then why Indian engineers are still suffering and doing undersalaried job like 10,000, 15,000, and for other conditions are even worse, that they even don't have a job. So if you minutely analyze the data and those articles I have shown you, you can say that completely 48% of students didn't get the job in the core industry. So this percentage is an overall percentage of all industries engineers got jobs in. And the article repeatedly states that Indian engineers are not fit for core engineering jobs. It means if you are considering any four industries most of engineering students got jobs in, and divide that 48% equally into four industries such as banking and financials, marketing and sales, and government and others, we get only 12% per industry, and it's very less considering to per industry, and also much closer to numbers from every article we have seen. So now you can say no more than 12% of fresher engineers are getting a job in the core engineering field. And according to me, and many other people, it's not a good condition. And I know it's your personal choice or maybe condition that you will be doing a job in any other industry rather than a core engineering. But I think an engineer should be an engineer, derived by passion and committed to his profession. Because after all, I'm also an engineer, I'm proud to be one, and you should also be. I hope so. You all have understood that yes, Indian engineers are really in the problem, and there should be some immediate action on this from our side also, from system side also. So, if Indian engineers are really in the problem, then there must be some reason behind this. So, let's see the real things behind this and the reason responsible for generating such unemployment. So, these are the things which are affecting the career of engineers with their own drawbacks. So, first thing is the education system itself, then the teachers, and finally students also. So starting from education system, which is the first one and very important one, the first thing in the education system is not updated syllabus. We are still learning those things which are designed 10 years back, and with this education we are trying to get a job in the 21st century. Is it wrong? Yes, it is. Not updated syllabus brings a huge gap between the industry needs and what education system is equipping the students. So regular updation of syllabus is compulsory, which must fulfill the need of today's industry regarding employment. The second reason is lack of skill-based education. We are still focusing on theoretical things and not practical. Preparing the assignments is much more important and compulsory than performing a practical more precisely. But performing a practical seriously will get you a practical knowledge of every concept. So we need to change our mindset and divert it towards the learning perspective so that we can learn essential things. The third reason is the lack of innovation and research. We were always weak in this section as we have all resources for research and innovation but don't have enthusiasm and hunger for it. And that's what our teacher and system do. They never force and support us for such things because they have also come from such environment where these things are not involved in their academics or life. So for good of us, we need to take initiative in innovation and research by our own side, such as preparing the final year project on our own and doing some crazy things. Now let's jump to the teacher section. Talking about tier 3 and tier 2 college, which consist maximum percentage of students don't have good and knowledgeable faculty for teaching. And personally, we all have experienced that. Most educated engineers join teaching as a profession, not because of passion, because they have to earn a livelihood. The few good professors prefer administrative position because of lower intellectual demands coupled with high salary package. So the colleges need to hire some passionate teachers and the hired one need to be more passionate. The second reason is old school methodologies. The methods teachers are using for teaching engineering are not that much impactful for making learning process more fun and interesting. Thus the learning process became more dull and boring. And in this competitive world, teachers need to implement such techniques so that students just don't learn things but acquire it as a strong memory that can be recalled and implemented easily at any time, anywhere. The third reason is no interaction with students. Nowadays, teachers are more becoming more protective of their honor and not getting proper interaction with students. This is the main reason for the generation gap between teachers and students. And for understanding the students, teacher need to cover this gap as much as closer by the right and proper way. Now the most important part, that is students. Students are also responsible for this condition because they are the one who has control on their self-development. And the biggest reason why lots of students are unemployed is a lack of technical skill. Very few of them have a programming ability even at a basic level. So for getting technically strong, students need to get involved in minor practices of programming so that they can build their technical skill consistently. The second biggest reason is lack of communication, leadership, and much more from soft skill part. But like always, this part is also ignored by student. Maybe because it doesn't have any marks which can impact your total score or percentage. The student also doesn't consider it as an aspect of self development, and that's why most of students don't have much confidence and less focus on their career path. The last and the most important reason is lack of learning habits. Look, if you have a learning habits, then it will make you a consistent learner. And consistent learner is a never lack of knowledge. You will always find yourself updated with industry needs and trends, and that will make you smooth for to prepare you for a job because you already know what's going inside the industry and what's they need. So developing a learning habit is very much important. Now let's find out how students can improve themselves and which things are essential for improvement. So first come technical skill, like if you are a computer or IT engineer, master one programming language, anyone which you found interesting and comfortable. Because programming is the first skill you need to get as a computer engineer. And if you belong to another stream, then get the core foundation skills of that stream. Next, you can go for designing if interested in UI or some kind of editing activities. Students from civil and mechanical engineering can go with this because AutoCAD and other CAD/CAM certifications and their skills are very much valuable if you master it. Then combining these two things, you can enter into the development cell, in which you can become a web developer, front-end developer, full stack developer, CAD/CAM professional, and lots more as per your interest. But to reach this, you have to start from one programming to many languages, or one designing software to many. And for achieving those positions, you have to be very dedicated and passionate about whatever you want to be. Second comes career skills. This thing is very much less known to students, but it is very important. So in this, becoming a problem solver and developing an analytical thinking will make you the best person to hire. These two skills eventually make you a challenge acceptor, which will develop other skills like risk taker and goal achiever. And in plus, also leadership is a valuable skill if you want to reach the team leader and manager level employee very smoothly. And finally, we can say that good communication is the final key to unlock the deal. And a person with such skill is very much desirable by HRs and good companies. So keep in mind that soft skills are also very important. Now it's time to get equipped with your weapons to impress and convince. No, I'm not talking about the guns, but I'm talking about the portfolio and your resume. Your portfolio is a proof of your work you have done, and also it's a validation of your skills. And if your portfolio is enough strong and influential for recruiter, then it can increase your probability of getting hired. Now let's talk about the resume. It's your first impression on recruiter, and if your resume isn't attractive and convincing, then you will never get an interview call from any recruiter. And this is the point where all students make a mistake. They never spend time on building their resume, and when they didn't get any interview call, they even don't know what's gone wrong, because no recruiter is going to tell you that your resume is not qualified. So building your resume in a CC format that is clear and clever is a must. And to build it, there are some strategies and other things which are needed to follow, which we're going to discuss soon in other videos. Now all things are done and it's time to join some professional and employment networks like LinkedIn and Naukri.com. But keep in mind that just signing up on this network doesn't guarantee you a job. You need to represent yourself and your skills in such a way that more recruiter will get attracted to you. So building your online profile carefully is another most important task for increasing your job opportunities. So that's all you want to land your first job with a nice salary soon after getting out of college. So now we can say that we have discussed so many important things about our career, and now it's time to introduce you to ourselves. So basically we are a skill development initiative built primarily for students from engineering and the technical background. And not only we just focus on technical skills but also on growing career skills simultaneously. And to do this we are stubborn in our vision to build high quality and skillful learning platform for students in which every student will get the highest comfort level of learning through every possible way. And our aim is to maximize the number of skilled students throughout the nation, developing more abilities for their bright future. And finally, we are bringing the learn and grow culture for everyone willing to learn. So let's see what we have for you. First, for improving your technical skills, we have created some classes in which we will be covering all basic concepts of each type of emerging technologies through our programs strictly designed for beginners or students who are trying to get started in a technology. So the classes we have created starts obviously from a programming class in which you will be learning all core and trending programming languages such as Python, Java, C and C++, and also one of the most important things to learn as a programmer, that is data structures and algorithms and lots more regarding the programming languages. Next is the development class where you can choose your interest profile as you want to become a web developer, front-end developer or web designer or a full stack developer and start learning many technologies in one package, which makes learning more affordable and convenient. Next is the cloud computing class in which you will be gaining skills of cloud computing and preparing for all associate level certifications from big players of cloud computing such as Amazon Web Services and Google Cloud. Another classes we have created are the most in-demand technologies for today's world such as artificial intelligence class and data science class. All these classes consist of most in-demand programs like machine learning with Python and machine learning with R, deep learning, artificial intelligence, neural network that can get you fundamental skills all about the artificial intelligence and data science. For networking and hacking enthusiasts, we have developed a cybersecurity class in which you will be learning lots of fun stuff like networking, cybersecurity, and ethical hacking. And finally, for the management guys, we have business class in which you can learn things for marketing and analysis such as business analyst, data analyst, digital marketing, and lots more. So all of this program consists of certification of completion and another benefits like placement support and career guidance. So this was all about earning a technical skills. Now let's move toward the career section. And for enhancing your career skills, we have developed a program that we call SAC, stand for Skill Advancement for Career Hacking. This is all-in-one program prepare you with your most essential skills needed to gain a maximum number of job opportunities and also will help you in finding your career path through our career coaching. The SAC include most essential things that will prepare you in the best manner for grabbing more opportunities from your desired industries. It consists of career coaching, portfolio building, resume building, and professional network management like LinkedIn and Naukri. So the student joining this program will be improving their career skills step by step through the above manner. So that's all we have for you right now. Hope so you all have understood everything nicely. So your beautiful journey of learning is going to start with us from today. And to maintain the excitement of journey, we are trying to release 2 videos each week of technology learning equipped with practical learning approach and hands-on real projects. And just after watching our YouTube videos and subscribing to our channel, you are directly qualified for our assessment without any cost. And passing the assessment will get you an opportunity to get certified from us. So those who want to learn something exciting stuff free, subscribe to our channel and follow us on all of the social media accounts like Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook. All social media links are given in the description, so do it fast and join the exciting journey of learning. Till then, happy learning, and remember, stay home, stay safe.